since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
I'm ready to lose, bruh. What's up, man? I'm ready to lose.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
Time for me to lose. Lose.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Time for me to lose. Lose. How good's that Desert King Rico, dude?
Go. 120! Let's go, defense.
How good's that Falcons, dude? Is he even any good? Or was it just a bad game?
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. 31 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get to normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
The other way
and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I thought that was 7, sack number 7 for Kennard. Whatever.
Okay, Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Great 15. Hey, high 7. Done. Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine.
Come on, defense. Come on.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw.
What?
Caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Go forward.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
We got 4. We got 4.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Here.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And God's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Oh, shit.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Do not
and he's
fumble
up
the
past
damn
the
ball.
20 to the 22-yard line.
God, I can't believe that. 3rd and long.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Nice block on 79.
Ready, lady! Don't get nervous!
To throw is Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's James. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Set, lady!
58, come on. Let's go. Check 15.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Here's Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hold on 1 second. Thank you. Hold on 1 second. Tell me about it. That 3rd down, I was like, seriously? But that doesn't really, that kind of makes up for it in a way. Because I don't you know, I'm I'm glitching everything. I glitch all the time. Did you know that? Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Johnson, a gain of 21 yards.
Good lord, man.
First down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
Carry on.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big. That's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
I saw that, and I'm like, if I did a dive right there. If I did a dive right there, that would have been...
So they'll try again with Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line.
Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
A reminder coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Now they had stopped them for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Tighten up. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Safety's creeping.
Hey, Orbit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Here,
On the handoff, this is Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, Mike 51.
Watch the run.
Throwing now is Wentz. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Everyone set. Go 20. Give me that ball, defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford throwing the out route and complete. It's James.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, empty.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Go. Hey, empty. He's coming. We got double up. Let's find 7. Hey, Echo. He's checking. Crash. Mike, shift. Check. He's coming. We got double up.
Wentz now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Handoff comes to Anderson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Stafford. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Do you know?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run from Anderson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go. 53, ready.
Stafford. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On second and a couple. Wentz in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trey Flowers able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Check, check.
Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Sunday. 65. Great. 65. Ramp. Check out.
Wentz now on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Wentz going to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jared Davis in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on second and long. Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Oh, my goodness. It's amazing.
Hey, 250.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
First down, Lions.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 50. Check it out.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
I got so lucky.
And they're going to get this beyond the
I am
40
getting
before
so
he's
lucky this
taken
game.
down.
I am getting all
That
this
one goes for 30 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Nigel Bradham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. 10th carry now for Anderson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down, 4 down. Check nickel. You got motion, man. You got.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We gotta beat that Cowboys dude, though.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Watch out.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
3 down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch out. And we got 82. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Aguilar has nails it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Another great 57.
From the red zone now, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
What happened?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Set. Hey.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
I only have 54 passing.
They'll run on 1st down. Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Stafford. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
I threw out, just can't get it in time.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
Come on.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check.
Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devon Kennard. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Check 43. Mike 40, Mike 40. This by 7. Stay in situation. Hey, Haywood. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 54. Hey, Sue.
Stafford now to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that's a quality catch right there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They give it to Anderson, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Lions,
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat black men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
with this round, cause I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap back. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma run around man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that? Looking at my window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. This gon' make it up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't getting too bad, my bag. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Here we go. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch, like every time I touch it, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers go. Up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard, but hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worried about taking a couple of L's. No sin for me.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Yellow, yellow, 180. My turn. 20. Sunday.
Mahomes now on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
On first down, Mahomes. Sanders has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the... A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Mahomes now on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Yellow. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, it's Love. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Over the middle to Beckham. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham, 64 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
Oh, my God.
Odell Beckham Jr. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Odell Beckham, 82 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Yellow! Let's go, Lou, lady!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Yellow!
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He finds Beckham complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Seriously?
And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Seriously? Oh my goodness.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes.
That was...
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Every time, and then
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Not much I can do when that
That'll
happens.
be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
Seriously?
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown.
Seriously?
Eagles. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble
2
return.
fumbles for touchdowns.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll let this thing go for Sanders.
How did that happen?
Open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
How does that happen? All out blitz, and these guys get out of it.
And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Man, this is not
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit.
All right, here we go.
And that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They
all
were
because
the
that one
definition
fumble
of
when I
jumbled
start video
defensively. One play and into the end zone.
He breaks all those tackles.
And Detroit getting set to go now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to
well,
mount a
he
drive.
got 2 of them in a row, right, for touchdowns.
You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Like, I was about ready to score. That would have been completely different.
Offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Seriously, he drops it and he gets a pick on the drop? Come on.
At the 38-yard line.
You cannot tell me this game does not want him to win.
That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game,
did you see how Beckham had it in his hands and he drops it? And he picked it off the drop? That's like not much I can do when that happens.
Another try after the first down sack.
So why can't I get a fumble right there?
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's Locke. And he's got
just big hit him right
completion to
there.
Hopkins.
I'm just pushing out, going crazy.
As the clock will stop with
hoping to get
34
like
seconds to go before halftime. Locke. He finds his target back
That's nothing I can do.
And he'll take it in the end zone.
Can do with that.
If you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Like I said, those two fumbles just really took me out of my game.
Is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown,
it's not like I lost the fumbles, it's we turned them for touchdowns. Like
short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here. As that's
if I can come back
close to the 40.
That'd be the most amazing comeback ever. Dude's not even that good.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham.
Ball. I don't know.
As the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Watch,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He's not going to fumble.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Which sucks.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
11.
A shotgun snap for Locke. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Locke. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
He's going to probably shoot
this fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on.
I can't wait till I get my ultimate team up there. I was trying to do this for a coin real quick, but...
Luck on first down. He gets it to Gurley.
I big hit him. Where's my fumble at?
Right around the 13.
Every time he hits sticks me, he fumbles.
Gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield.
Don't be cocky and celebrating when you're chewing clock. That doesn't mean anything.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Hopkins on the ground.
I couldn't get my adjustments in time. I was going to put him in the hook throw to get that.
Reaching the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On 4th down, Love. It's caught. Beckham. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will take over.
I've been moving the ball on him pretty
easily. 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Those stupid-ass fumbles on the way.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
15 of 18.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And they'll try to
squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Operating from the red zone now.
Right there, square touchdown.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16.
What a little bitch. What a little bitch.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I can't hit stuff like that very well.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
They go play action here on first down. Anthony Barr able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Luck going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down again. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Third and long. It's Luck. It's caught by OBJ. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Caught left side Hopkins. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Let's do...
Mahomes now on first down.
Right there. How is that not TI?
And that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All right, train me with my playbook, bitch.
So Luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball
for the
game.
difference.
On second and 11 now. Luck caught left side. It's Beckham. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 30.
That was gay as hell. Let's see how many Super Bowls the dude won. I might try to use the Chargers with that new.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city.
I think Rivers would be decent too with the pass rush and dollar. A great Kittle power up. Nothing outside of that. You can run that thing I showed you against. Dude's won 2 championships that I just played. His defense is still garbage. 72 wins. He's not that good. My team is garbage though, because this is my team so far. I gotta get the solos. I'm getting Marvin Harrison powered up. And I'm gonna buy his main card.
Determination, laser focus, banging on they taking notice.
I'm gonna try to get Marvin Harrison up there, and then I'm gonna try to get 2 ends.
Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen,
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a mad and
I gotta do that one. That's the one I'm gonna do too. Those are good picks. I'm gonna do the Rams for keep to lead.
So you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues.
I need to. Here, let me add you. Let me see. I'm gonna try the Chargers on another account. Let me add you to it, and I'll try to YouTube it or something. Let me see if I can make another name first. Hold on. I'll still be logged on to this. I'll let you know what it is once I. Oh, I can still hear you while I'm doing this. Never mind. This is. Yeah, I'm seeing. I've made so many accounts that I'm trying to. Just to try stuff out. How long did those take you?
I haven't actually done them yet. I just, in order to unlock the challenges for them, you have to.
Yeah, and I'm already halfway through the Bucks. One. Sue. Which I was dumb. I didn't know that before I put the theme token in. But I did I have all the others I'm gonna do. You get 10 of them. And I'm doing the Rams too. I have like 6 of them up there.
Yeah, I haven't started those yet. I'm still working on the Mutt Superstars because I've got about 85 more stars and I get to 89 to 90 fantasy pack. Or whatever the hell that is for the 89, 90.
Yeah, I'll be grinding hardcore tomorrow probably. Can't believe that dude beat me, man. Damn it. Actually, I'll just focus on doing that now. Fuck it. I don't want to make another account. I want to work on my ultimate team. I want to be able to play I want to be able to play yeah, this weekend. I won't be able to play very much on Saturday. It'd be mainly Friday where I could play it. Saturday and Sunday I'm busy as hell. I don't have time to get on here and play. See, I'm trying to get 5 stars for each one. And it's easy. All you have to run is like 3 plays. This is the one I fucked up last time on. Dude, I got so lucky against that dude. Like, special teams, if this guy didn't fumble. That fumble that he had that I scored off of.
All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo
the thing
challenge?
is these are all 3-minute quarters. You have to complete the whole fucking game.
The AFC's
That's the only
Pro Bowl
problem
kicker
with
from a year ago, Jason Myers,
games.
will get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Yeah, me too. But like in this one, the challenge is to get 28 points. Because I play on the hardest one, which is easy to do. Like all you run, yeah. Or like once I get to that 2 o'clock. This is the one. In order to get 5 stars, I have to.
On first down, Mahomes. And his first pass is incomplete.
They can't have any kickoff returns for more than 25 yards.
There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think
not to
on
score
early downs
20
like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him,
Which isn't bad.
downs to play with.
It's doable.
Into heavy traffic,
until
and
I
it's
get this.
intercepted. Picked up
Until
by
I'm
Brad
playing down and
McDougal.
not
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
But like,
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football?
Because you can make an educated guess defensively.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more
Oh my
success.
God, I just
A
missed
pick
it.
six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable.
When we play on Friday, we'll have to
year
play
two,
Friday
they should have all the
night.
nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This will be taken
Saturday,
very
we're doing
short.
the bike ride.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they
There's the
have it
one
up to
where
the
you
35-yard
turn.
line.
You go around Lincoln, like downtown.
Seattle now ready to march out of the
And then you
field.
can go alcohol
And
on
last
there,
time,
and
decent
you
field
go to
position through the pick
all
six.
these different bars,
Obviously
and you
costly.
get really good
But
deals,
they
like a
can't
six-pack of
afford to
beer,
just bunker in
$6.
now.
Wilson hit. It's
So,
loose. It's
so you're
out.
pretty much
Fumble.
paying $1 for a bottle of beer.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it
So
back.
Friday night will probably
Because
be the time
this
where
is
we
the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the
Dude,
other
that
direction,
he does those
downfield,
forward
or have
blitzes.
moved
He
away
doesn't do
from
some of the
it.
same ones
In this
I do,
case, though,
but
a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
he does them.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10.
What's
back
your
at the
level
9.
tonight?
Samson Abukum picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly,
You
Charles.
get a
What could the
goal
offense
pass at
have done
27.
to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see
I didn't
and
get
get a
anything
clue
from him,
that
though.
maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to
and then
max
hopefully
protection.
they'll have the
biggest
solo
ones maybe bring your running
battle
back
stuff
in to try and
tomorrow.
keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability,
They're
and a
doing
sack
it at
resulted.
6:30. They're 7:30 Central.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Marvin Harrison, the intended target. But it'll be second down.
Because I know you get
I
toy
know
hold
our
up
vantage
to
point might be a little
88
bit better
once
way
you
up
get
here.
to level
That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware. Ball
under pressure, and he'll go down.
And
They'll
once able
sack
to
him
move the
on
ball
what
on
ought to
the
be the
computer,
final
now all of
play
a
of
sudden,
this first quarter. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. 6-0 our score after 1. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll go
Harrison's
down,
nice.
but not before getting this
hopefully,
inside the 30.
I've noticed like all the really good
Defensively,
streamers
a bit
play
of a
on
collapse,
Xbox.
allowing the
Have you
4th
noticed
down
that?
play to result in 23 yards.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
They used to be the same way in NCAA.
So we're
Because,
changing to analytics as we go, right?
On
What a
Xbox, I was like
big-time
number
play
1
for
in
them.
NCAA in 06
And really
and
took a
07.
big-time chance.
Yeah,
And
big
08
time
when I
first
went over to
half
PlayStation
chance.
2 because they quit making a game for regular Xbox.
A reminder, coming up at halftime,
And the
Jonathan
PlayStation
Coachman will join us from
crowd
Orlando
was
with our
not as
halftime
good as
report.
the
But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 4-yard pickup.
But we'll
and it'll
see.
make
Like I
it
said, I'm
second
going back
down.
on North
I
Platte
know
next
most of the
week.
time when the ball's in the air, you're
So
thinking wide
after the
receiver,
draft,
tight
I
end,
told
but running
Scott I
backs,
might have to
they'd
go
be
over
a
there
big
just
part
to
of
pin
any
my
passing
game.
offense
Because I'm not
nowadays.
going to be able to do it any other time. Because
And
we're
he
leaving right
takes this
after.
one in for a Lions
We're leaving right after this
touchdown.
tech gets out of school on
It's
Friday.
a 6-yard touchdown run. And the
And we're
Lions
staying
add
at a
on to their
motel. I'm not going to
lead.
stay with my parents.
And there you go.
So it's
Nothing
not
really
like-
too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
I can get Wi-Fi in the...
Good blocking.
I'm not going to be my
beats good
PlayStation.
tackling on
You
that
know?
play. End result,
So I
touchdown.
might either take
So
the
that drive,
loss or
7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Todd
just
Gurley
play a quick one
touchdown
over at
run.
Scott's.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Because I'm only
And
coming
not a
back
bad
Sunday.
return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
And we're going to leave Sunday right after, Sunday morning after
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Oh, you're not on play anymore?
Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Get up.
Dude, are there?
In there.
That's better than what Tom Warner is.
A well-deserved
Tom
seat on
Warner's
the bench.
shit
A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And Allo just dominates them.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
You're
under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He didn't watch that game between me and
Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
23 yards the pickup there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
I think Buck's going to be more fun than Riggs anyway, just because you can pick where your X factors are.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
So I think I'm going to run
28 seconds to go
Caller
in the first
and
half of play.
but I think I'm going to run mainly.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I think that'd be better than
a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
They did.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
New Orleans playbook.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson.
And then once if I do really well with it, I get a lot of points. I don't need, I just buy you the players too. There's someone out there that...
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down here.
I gotta make sure I'm...
Very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing
But in order to get those A-ship overall players,
creases like they were able to exploit right there.
yeah, it's
19
like
yards
16.
there on the catch and run.
Each one has 16 challenges.
Football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back, out of the back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Samson Abukum able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Man, I have to score 12 points.
Myers' kick is good. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Well, the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
Oh, no, like Dante,
that run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Mahomes firing complete, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Now Mahomes. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that one's complete to Gurley. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
That one good for 37 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. play. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you got to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially suck. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is a big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
54.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 23 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. After the sack on first down, Wilson, and that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over with the football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, I guess we'll do the pray for that they're in man coverage, I guess. I don't know.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
No,
he's got
it. 1 yard short.
And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.
Oh my God. I'm trying to play that. I was down at the 1.
The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And off we go from Seattle. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
And then if one thing, if you show blitz and you're on cover 3, then you can adjust your coverage outside of that too.
And here are the Lions now as they get set on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley.
Those are
And now it's second down.
passes.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Mahomes now on first down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it. Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air.
I don't know why he's inaccurate when I'm standing still in the pocket. Like,
because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
at least,
and on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Why is he doing
that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Excellent.
I can't believe I had this one earlier.
The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And off we go from Seattle. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A gain there of 21 yards.
So he spends like
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And he said that's in the low end. He said
now it's Mahomes again.
Some really good people spend thousands.
And this is incomplete.
Just getting the pass to the beginning.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
12 yards there and a first down.
I wonder how much he makes.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Right.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because if he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Abukum. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Because the 3-4 playbook I had didn't have a dollar defense.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Oh my god, I forgot to... I need to fucking think when I'm playing. I didn't high kick it again, and so they kicked the
The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I had them one.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
So
now here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
Well, let's talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
He does that setup that I showed.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. On third down, Wilson and Dixon over the middle.
Chargers.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage.
Yeah.
You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. He gets it to Gurley, complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence. When in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
So, I mean, this year I kind of like it.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared to meet.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get.
That pressure gets to him again. That's Siggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes firing complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Prater.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. Mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down 21-17. A minute 25 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He's back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. Samson Abukum in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw, Mahomes. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here are the Lions now as they get set on 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one,
and the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Did the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here. And he's going to go down again. Ezekiel Ansah providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. Bring in the nickel package.
The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And off we go from Seattle. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. He's got Harrison left side complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Harrison, 60 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point good by Prater.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Shaq Thompson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Wilson, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, 38 yards, and the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Harrison with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
So in order for those
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. On 2nd and 10, Wilson, Shaq Thompson, getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
In all honesty.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
I wonder if anyone would give him that.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Abuka able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well,
there was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked in.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Shaq Thompson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Did he do better with the Chargers, or did he do better with the
They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really sharp right now. And all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays. And right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Again, they run with Gurley. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I feel like online
it's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1, got to be in sync, and they were. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Use the Patriots this year. No impact running back.
So that does it. Put this one in the books. A successful Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. See you next time.
Why did it only give me 3? Oh my god, fucking kick returned. I didn't even get it this time. I'll have to do that tomorrow or something. Dumb as hell, I cannot beat that solo challenge.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like your belly show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like your belly show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish. Nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in the prison, man, claiming
execute a ball carrier move 16 times. Now 100 if you were passing
my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening.
And I'll probably go to bed, but I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'll do actual stream of regs. I kind of wish I could go to Dallas. I think I could compete with some of them.
The brainwash gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing.
I have no chance of winning it, but I could compete. I wonder how many people are going to use the freaking
incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like your belly show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like your belly show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Here's the players with the finesse move. Over 90. We'll do power moves first. Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack, Fletcher Cox, Von Miller, Watt, Myles Garrett, Geno Atkins, Chris Jones. He'd be somebody you'd want to put at the end. Cameron Jordan, Brandon Graham, Trey Flowers, Cameron Wake.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay,
The Lions even have one.
no game. Okay, all my girls they love it.
Graham
me the same.
and
Okay,
Cox.
so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want
Finesse
revenge.
move.
Somebody might want
Boza,
it now. Right pocket got
Darnold,
Euro, left pocket got pound.
Marcus
Somebody gonna want
Lawrence,
revenge. Somebody might want it now.
Melvin
Throw the
Ingram,
ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step
Watt,
back, let me get some room.
Mack,
Congrats every time I'm through.
Buckner.
See packet nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be down so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the counter.
I always want to know how the Eagles would be to use.
Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles.
So,
Got the Emirates seen a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope.
The Eagles are an interesting team. They have two people with that, but they have nothing else. They're really good receivers, but Wentz is only 82. They have an amazing line.
Okay, all my girls they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody
Sucky everywhere else.
Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound.
What was the other one? Browns. I want to check.
Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
How is Mayfield a superstar at 83? Are you in a game? I might try out the Chargers again just because I wish they had a better fourth receiver though. They have no one that's that fast.
Same day, why I'm a running back. Friday, payday, running back. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cover car.
The line just gets killed so much.
Running back, running back, running back. Hello? That's the Jag calling.
We have 89, 86, 71, and Derwin James is pretty good.
That's the way my neck talking. I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab round man when it come back. I'ma
That's
give
so
back my bad when
crazy.
the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad.
She used to be amazing offensively, but their defense just isn't.
They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bag. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back.
I'll probably try them tomorrow.
Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back.
The Rams,
Run it back, run it back, run it back.
there's just don't have anyone else with the power move.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
Okay, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I'll let you know when I'm on. Now that I know what the stream is. Take it easy. Bye.